This is a video on how to build a Roadster and how to set up caulk and a wedge on a Roadster out a 1/2 inch by 1 inch. I'm going to start by marking my steel for center, but I'm actually measuring 5/8 of an inch off center.
They usually mark about an inch for the outside. It kind of gives me like a reference for how much I want to turn up on the caulk.
That 1 inch gives me a reference on about how much I want to turn up for my caulking. I'm here to help Butch kind of learn how to build Roadsters. He says he's built a few before, but nothing with whole lot of guidance on being helped how to do it. So this is a video on helping a friend learn how to build Roadsters and set them up. You don't ever truly get good at something unless you practice it over and over. And building caulks and wedges takes a lot of practice. If you want to see another video on how to build Roadsters, I have a full video from start to finish on building a Roadsters down below in the description. I'll leave a link there and you can check it out there.
It's not confusing at all.
No, it's science. So the first thing we're going to do is we're just going to bust the toe. How much you going to bust the toe?
So this first heat is going to be bumping the toe. Roadsters traditionally have a lot of mass in the toe. You want them to be at least almost 5/8 of an inch thick. So starting out as 1/2 inch, you want to get 1/8 of an inch of thickness in there. So when bumping steel, you want to maintain your stock to be straight. As soon as the steel starts to bend or manipulate, you want to straighten it out so you can go back to bumping material into it. So now I'm measuring to see how much steel I bumped into it.
You guys understand that he's got no sleeve resistance.
Right.
I think your arms have gotten bigger.
No.
Yeah. Yours look so scrawny.
I am scrawny.
One, like mostly just your shoulder to keep track of. It's like a hammer fall. Keep your eyes on where you want to swim. It's like this, you got too much going on.
Yeah. Sometimes I don't even notice I have it out there.
Yeah, I'm not smart enough to keep track of that many things, so I just got to keep everything.
Yeah, go ahead.
Huh? That again. Hit it like it owes you money.
It's like a drawing contest. So you can hit it hard, but
Roadsters are typically a shoe for traction. They were established in England on the cobblestone, so the caulk and the wedge would stink in between the cobblestone to give the horses traction while they're pulling a carriage or something of that sort. So a Roadster is a traction horseshoe. So when bumping any kind of steel, you want the section to remain straight while you're bumping. So as soon as it starts to distort, you want to straighten it out so that you can continue upsetting material into wherever you isolated your section of steel. So keep your section straight while you're bumping. So here Butch is straightening it back out. And you can see how he has a big bow in it. So really you'd want to straighten that out so you could bend or upset as much material as possible into that toe. Now we're going to turn our toe. I'm going to start by brushing it off so I can see my center dot. Going to seat out the inner rim of my shoe real quick at the inside of the toe.
just seated it out just a wee bit.
So you know, like the inside's probably gonna thicken up, huh?
Correct.
You're just kind of beating it before it happens.
Yeah, a little preventative maintenance.
Do you think it's easier to bend when you do that?
Maybe on the thick stuff like this, eh? Because like now it's all fat still.
Yeah.
It reminds me of like a radio talk show. I guess it's a podcast.
They call those podcasts now.
It's like you guys have to talk about this on radio.
Roadsters require a lot of forging. So I'm actually forging my toe to a shape instead of necessarily shaping it. So I'm trying to forge a toe quarter into my toe.
I think in that section you're not hitting your
And then to make a symmetrical toe, I'm going to start by holding my medial branch and running through my medial toe all the way to my lateral toe. And then I'm going to repeat the same process and grab the lateral branch and then go from my lateral toe all the way to my medial toe, maintaining the same position on the horn of the anvil.
Works at the candy store. I mean, I like the whole shoot that my toe is sticking out.
Hey, Brian, you want to run the wedge up with me? For the sledgehammer? For you or for Butch? For me. Yeah.
Would you have said no if it was for Butch?
I just need to know how soon I got to get ready.
Would you have blamed him?
You're trying to make a really, really tight bend and you can't. You're trying to stretch material instead of bending. Pull further back there. Get further over here.
Further towards the horn?
No. Get further beyond. You're trying to get like hold up here and hit right there. So you're trying to stretch the shoe around the horn. Yeah. Hold your palm further down.
Oh.
Yeah.
And then slide your hand back on the reins a little bit.
Let your tools. You're trying to force everything. Your tools do that job for you.
Did you ever see those tongs that Jim Poor made that had the spur rails on the reins? They called them training tongs. I need a pair of those.
I got a pair.
See how Butch is holding like almost to where the shoulder is of the tong?
I got a pair without the rowel.
So what Jesse's trying to do here is just try to show how to make your toe just a little bit tighter without losing the material that you previously had bumped into it. So he's just kind of manipulating the toe around just by hitting it in specific little spots.
You just be a little farther back than like they're so far up. The reins,
Everything
up towards
bumped into your toe. You work down your toe.
you have to,
But explain
you have to
why
exert more force
even on the
reins
pony
to get
roasters
the same
I'm
movement
bending up with
back to the front.
nothing in the toes.
So as much material as you pack in there, then you get that bend. When you go to tighten up your toe that way, you're still packing there.
So in this next heat, I'm going to be building the wedge. Brian and I are running out the medial branch. I'm trying to gain a little bit of height there so that I can have some material set down my wedge.
Sorry.
Trying to knife that material up. We're going to start with a half face blow. And then Brian is following my hammer swing. Now I'm going to gather up my section just a little bit.
More?
Now I'm just trying to establish my edge there, or my corner, where my wedge is going to start.
10-4.
When you draw the branch, are you trying to come in with your hammer to taper it too?
Yeah, he is a little bit. I try to hit it flat.
So kind of like running out of heat, so I'll finish it on the next heat, the wedge.
So now I'm just going to work on my branch and cleaning up my branch.
Thank God. An extra heat for me.
I'm just going to scar up my wedge if I keep trying to work on it right now.
Like, but
Now I'm just having Brian just help me flatten it out.
I want to get it for you, Captain. I want to show you how good I can do it. You can do it. Or at least how mediocre I can do it. Not sorry.
I don't know. It's the problem.
You still think after that week?
It's also helpful to try to maintain your section to be straight when running it out. See how Butch has a little bit of a twist to it, and that's actually going to make it a little bit harder for him when setting down this wedge.
You want to hit it too? You want me to follow you? Or you just want me to keep
I can hit it.
You're in the contract.
Go up?
90.
Alright, you follow me. I'm under the table. You gotta keep kind of
Traditionally, the striker would be following
You gotta keep it square.
Do a half face blow and you're in there.
We're trying to set this down, that's going to create
the guy building the shoe.
for your wedge.
So he follows
Okay.
the guy building the shoe, his speed on how he swings his hammer.
Where my ruler went. But
Now Butch is just gathering up a section,
is we need to run
and it can be
this
tough trying to build a wedge for your first time.
Start to create a wedge here. So we need to run this up thinner. It's going to be like there. And then hitting here. Right. Well, yeah.
Have you worked in those pants
And then
before?
you'll draw this out like a clip
Like a better than
on
jeans?
both sides. And then you'll go
Was that?
here
Oh, yeah.
and draw it down. What do you mean by draw it out like a clip? Like you'll use the edge of your hammer to start forging that section out into a wedge.
To start and get like some of that height out of it.
Okay.
Like you're drawing a clip.
What do you mean a clip? I just didn't know what direction. Yeah, what? Just watch.
So now I'm going to start by building my wedge and finishing it up.
So he's hitting up from this side, trying to create, using the anvil.
I'm pulling material back with my hammer, not hitting exactly flat.
Create the outside slope.
Me and Dave when I'm surfing yesterday after work, I was killing it.
Build that thing up to a pyramid from all four directions.
And now I'm trying to draw out some height to the wedge.
Everything that he's doing. So we hope.
Yeah, you're
trying
never
to
just
pull the
straight
material.
flattening. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So when you're running that section out, if you're just hitting flat and like making a pritchel per se, then you are gonna have enough height to get your wedge out of.
How's the boys?
Doing better. The boy.
The boy.
Yeah, just the single one.
You only got one nut?
Only one of them got hit.
The soldier.
Oh.
That's how big they are.
Steel comes to the hammer. So hit your foot surface.
Fire!
You don't want to say those words right now. But
Fire.
Hit it flat. Yep.
At what point do you start packing
a little
down?
bit, but don't hit straight in. Come like a hockey stick.
Pull into
Hit
it.
to your shoelaces.
Then as soon as you start to mushroom the sides, build them back up.
Yep. Those are those hits that you gotta kind of squeeze your abs with and get it pulled to you.
Little pucker. And do a half base blow.
Here?
So when flattening out my section, I like to start at the heel
You can run it all the
with
way up
a
the
half
second.
base blow
So flatten
all the way
up.
from the heel up to the toe.
Back down.
And you want to find a nice clean edge on the anvil when you are setting it down. So you would pull your wedge to you just a little bit so that you're firm against the anvil,
Now it's just a matter of moving material and shape it.
and then
Really?
go
Yeah,
from
you got a good
the
chunk
heel
there. though.
all the way to the toe.
Like,
You ready?
Oh, keep going.
Half the battles with wedges is just getting the material there. So now we're going to build our caulking.
This is where everything goes south. Be done. Real south.
Yeah, me too.
So I just set down about an inch
Got a couple of gooners watching it right now. So
just for this size of shoe specifically.
I don't think you need to slow it down the
I'm trying to make sure my caulk still stays standing straight up and down when I'm bringing it down. Have it leaning just slightly outward so that I can pull material down with my hammer. Now Brian and I are going to run up the branch from the foot side up to the toe. So when building a caulk,
So
you
you're
hit.
really not hitting flat there, are you?
No, I'm trying to use like the edge of my hammer, try to get it to grow
Almost like a clip.
a little bit.
And are you worried about it twisting at all?
My stock,
Yeah. Of like the not being set down right?
yeah.
Yeah, you want to maintain squareness.
Really just trying to get a good solid base
Get a good chunk in there and get
started
to,
for the caulk, so then it can drive down and then shape it into something more. And then so basically this outside's still short, so the next heat I'll squish my caulk some more, but I'll also run the branch out some more as well. But all the elements are there. It's straight up and down. Got the inside, outside, the caulking, base is started. Now it's just refinement.
hockey stick style hit.
Flat, and hit the top.
Like you're putting a heel back.
Okay.
Yeah, now you can hit it down.
Now you're curving it up too much. Tip it back out. So where's the point where you need to turn it though? So this would come from here? Yeah, you're
He's referring
You're doing
to
that
line
right
of
there.
travel.
Yeah. Not
Yeah.
too much. All you're doing is tipping that back out. So
now
you
you
can
can set it down.
start driving your... There you go. Drive it back into you.
Like you're gonna pull it.
Yeah. Like a hockey stick in a partial. Tip it up. This side's up. Yep. At the base. Tons of pitches.
Yeah, I like to hit the top of the inside,
Elbows out,
bottom of the
side to
outside.
side.
Isn't that what the mailer basic did? Elbows up side to side?
Look, kick.
Yeah. Flip surface, that'll get bigger.
Yeah, top of the inside, bottom of the outside.
Kind of square it up.
Whichever part you're hitting. Do that more often than hitting the top of it.
Just do it more than you think you need to. Like for every two or three hits on the top of the wedge, hit the other side of it too.
I like to end with my wedge being a little bit bigger than I want it to be too. So you can grasp on it.
Ready, try it?
This is where you get your length out of your lateral branch by running it up.
Gather up the section.
Ideally, Gavin, are you aiming for your medial heel
Trying to-
stop about halfway through your caulk?
Trying to hit towards the bottom of the caulk.
I mean, when you're running out your sections, when you're looking for length, you want to be about 1/4, 3/8 of an inch longer on your lateral branch.
I think you kind of want the leading edge of the caulk to be to where the end of the
That's
wedge is, right?
That's probably pretty safe, yeah.
Going to put on just a little bit of boxing right now.
Gorgeous.
From the ground surface, it looks like this lateral branch is about an inch too long, and then from the foot surface, they line up even.
And then, before you even hit it down, take your hammer and get over here. Just kind of, then start dropping your hand.
And pull the material to you.
So you're getting it like this, and then you're dropping your hand, and that'll help keep pulling it forward instead of just pushing it away.
You're just constantly undoing what you're doing with, like each time you undo it. Like you drop, you pack it back in, and then you straighten it back up. It's I mean, there's a lot of steps, but it's the series of hit here, place here, and then this side to that side is just a lot.
Oh, it's just a matter of not having.
Until you know what, when you know what the end product is, you can start sorting your way through it.
Now just turn the medial branch.
What day?
Shoe day.
Okay. What did he place? Do you remember?
No, it wasn't great though.
Never. Yeah. Oh, 10 at least?
Okay. Fuck. Maybe now you overdo it. So pick up on your strong end. Pick up. Ah.
Yeah, you pick up so you can maintain the check.
Up into here.
So you're mostly hitting down here at the base.
So stay out of there.
Yep. And then when you're hitting the inside, you're hitting the top. Yeah. Now go over the base. Yeah, there you go.
You always flatten like this still?
Yeah, I always start with a flat plate, half face and blow.
Oh yeah.
So this shoe
Flatten your branch
there,
out.
get two trims. Into a horse, first time, pull the shoe off, brush the foot, whatever. Take my knife to get that first deal. I'm not used to this. I was checking out the diamond one.
Now I'm just gonna go through my branch,
You got
and unfortunately, our camera died. So this is about where the end of the video goes. So this is just kind of a little bit of a lesson on how to build a caulk and a wedge for a Roadster. Thanks for watching, everyone. If you want to see a full video on building a Roadster,
Come out of my nose.
Is it on video?
Yeah.
I have a full video down below, start to finish, of building a Roadster.
You stay there. You stay there.
Now pull it tight.
Hang on.
This is about where we're going to wrap up the video. So if you want to check out that other video of how to build a Roadster from start to scratch, I'll put a link in the description and you can check it out there.
Stay on edge. You go ahead, I'll follow you. Okay, you follow me. Okay, hold it over. Back out again. Just hold it. No, I'll follow you.